Hello Ospreys, I'm Jack Beard.
And I'm Kara Jackson, and this week on Nest News, we hear about women's shoes and the arrest of a UNF officer.
Plus, black holes and the semester send-off.
Nest News starts right now.
UNF Police Sergeant Mark Milne was arrested earlier this week for indecent exposure, said police. He was arrested on UNF campus Wednesday, but is currently out on a $3,500 bond. UNF administrators say Milton is currently on administrative leave. Spinnaker reached out to Milton for a comment, but he has declined.
Theorized over 100 years ago, we finally have our first real picture of a black hole. Professor Heine Falk proposed the technique of using multiple telescopes around the world to obtain the picture. The task of interpreting all of this data was left up to Katie Bowman, an MIT student who created the algorithm to piece together the data. It turns out Hollywood was pretty accurate with their interpretations of black holes.
As we're all aware, the semester is almost over. This means preparing for finals week, possibly registering for classes, and the semester send-off. Here's Heidi Ortiz with the recap.
Hello, fellow Ospreys. We're here saying goodbye to spring semester and saying hello to summer semester with the semester send-off hosted by UNF Campus Life.
Welcome to Osprey Central and the semester send-off! Woohoo!
The circus-themed event had local food trucks, bouncy houses, and giveaways for students to enjoy. Not to mention fresh squeezed lemonade and plenty of dangerous acts. The semester was perfect for those who wanted to de-stress before finals week. We got to see how students felt about the semester coming to an end.
It gives us a good vibe, like unlimited food. Like we could just eat our stress away instead of getting like tickets for one food truck. We can go to many food trucks and try different things.
I feel relieved. I don't like classes personally, but I mean, you got to go to college. Why not? But I feel absolutely great at the end, coming to the end. This is a great time.
Relieved because I had 18 credits. That's a lot. It was okay. Could have done better in calculus, but overall it was pretty decent.
Looks like students are having a great time at the circus, and so am I. This is Heidi Ortiz from Spinnaker News.
A circus, music, and free food sounds like a great way to end the spring semester. Coming up, we see Conor McGregor.
And is Beyonce coming to Netflix? We'll be looking at this and more after the break.
You're watching Nest News on Spinnaker TV.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let me tell you a little bit about the STEM. My name's Lee Gia. My friends and I have done some amazing things on this show. Like flying through hurricanes, or driving Teslas, or swimming with manatees, or even floating in zero gravity. We film these things and bring them here, to the world's next great science and space show. That's where the STEM comes in. We go on adventures as an excuse to learn something. The universe is a pretty big place. There's a lot to learn. A lot that's interesting to learn. Over the next year or so, we'll be riding in the centrifuge, farm in the heart of New York City, fly a spaceship, fly President Harry Truman's Air Force One, launch some rockets, catch some rockets. Nice! Shoot video at the speed of light. Our world and universe are there, waiting to be explored. The question is, what are you waiting for?
McGregor, Dwayne Wade, Kim Kardashian, and Beyonce. These are the topics we'll be discussing today.
Here's this week's Pop Culture Rundown.
Last night, basketball lovers said goodbye to one of their most iconic players. Miami Heat legend Dwayne Wade celebrated at his final game in New York against the Brooklyn Nets.
Wade, who had a 16-year career and a 3-time NBA champion, was filled with emotions as the clock counted down on his final moments.
Fellow NBA stars Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, and LeBron James cheered him on from the sidelines. LeBron stating, "We started this journey together. We have a brotherhood that's so much more than basketball. We couldn't miss D-Wade's last game."
Yeah, growing up in South Florida, I used to watch Dwayne Wade so much, and honestly, he's been a role model for me.
Really?
Since growing up, so.
Man, I know they're going to miss him down there.
I'm going to miss him too.
New surveillance video has surfaced relating to the Conor McGregor incident that occurred back in early March when he was accused of destroying a fan's phone.
The new footage shows McGregor leaving his hotel room in Miami, Florida around 5:30 a.m. when a fan trying to take a picture of him gets more than he bargained for.
That's right. In fact, at one point in the video, it shows Conor reaching his hand out as if he wants to shake the fan's hand, but instead takes his phone, smashes it on the ground, and then repeatedly stomps on it before picking it up and walking away. The UFC star was arrested later that day and has since been charged with 1 count of felony robbery and misdemeanor criminal mischief.
Sources say McGregor has pled not guilty to these charges, and so a trial is said to begin in May. This is a developing story, so be sure to check back here for more updates on the matter.
Wow, that is so crazy. I can
McGregor,
only
man.
imagine what the fan might have been thinking.
I know, lawsuit coming.
Beyonce is coming to Netflix. Beyonce released the trailer of the superstar's new documentary, Homecoming, a film by Beyonce.
That's right, the film is centered around her iconic Coachella performance, also known as Baychella, where she became the first black woman to headline the festival.
According to Netflix, the documentary will capture an in-depth look of her and her team's performance, from creative concept to cultural movement. If you want to check it out, the trailer is available right now on Netflix, and the full documentary is set on April 17th.
Wow. Kim Kardashian has just revealed in a new Vogue interview that she's planning to follow her father's footsteps and become a lawyer.
In California, you don't need a graduate degree in order to become a lawyer. She started an apprenticeship with a San Francisco law firm last summer.
After generating much needed knowledge in order to become a lawyer, she said she plans on taking the bar exam in the year of 2022.
Wow.
Kim K stepping up her game now.
Right, that is
Wow.
so amazing. I'm so happy for her.
So, likewise.
Coming up, Drew McDonald tells us all the latest in sports.
And Luis Silva gives us this week's weather forecast.
You're watching Nest News on Spinnaker TV.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let me tell you a little bit about the STEM. My name's Lee Gia. My friends and I have done some amazing things on this show, like flying through hurricanes, or driving Teslas, or swimming with manatees, or even floating in zero gravity. We film these things and bring them here, to the world's next great science and space show. That's where the STEM comes in. We go on adventures as an excuse to learn something. The universe is a pretty big place. There's a lot to learn. A lot that's interesting to learn. Over the next year or so, we'll be riding in the centrifuge, farm in the heart of New York City, fly a spaceship, fly President Harry Truman's Air Force One, launch some rockets, catch some rockets. Nice! Shoot video at the speed of light. Our world and universe are there, waiting to be explored. The question is, what are you waiting for?
Our baseball team is still going strong out there.
That's right, Drew McDonald has more information for us.
Thanks, Kara and Jack. The UNF baseball team won the River City Rumble Series against the JU Dolphins this past weekend. The biggest win was the 11-3 UNF victory as Wes Weeks and Dave Mayberry combined for 6 RBIs. The team hosts NJIT starting this weekend on Friday, April 12th at 6:05 p.m. Jake Prather currently leads the ASUN in hits and batting average, so kudos to number 42. Sydney Moscow was straight dealing in UNF softball's 6-1 win over FAMU this past Wednesday. Moscow tossed 6 innings of 1-run ball, punching out 5. Make sure to follow Spinnaker Sports for updates on all UNF sports. Follow yours truly at RunDMC_912. Back to you guys.
You know, I'm going to miss this moderate winter we've had, Kara.
I am not. I can't wait to get back out there at the beach. Hey, Luis, when can I get back out?
Actually, fairly soon, Kara. Don't worry. We're working our way back into those summer temperatures slowly but surely. Tomorrow we have a high of 87 and a low of 71. Sunday brings a high of 88 and a low of 64. Monday and Tuesday brings a high of 80 and lows in the upper 50s. Wednesday is mostly clouded with highs of 85 and a low of 67. I'm Luis Silva, and back to you, Jack and Kara.
Thanks, Luis. Well, that's all we have for you today, folks.
Thanks for joining us this week, and make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, both at UNF Spinnaker.
And while you're at it, subscribe to our YouTube channel and newsletter at unfspinnaker.com.
Our next and last show of the semester will be next Friday, April 19th.
See you next time, Ospreys.